Are you always coming up with ideas? Do you marvel at successful business owners? Do you hate being told what to do? Ever take things apart just to see how they work? Are you a dreamer? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Tapes and Specialties is the world leader in tape manufacturing and specialty conversion with over 40 years of experience. In addition to our pro brand of high-quality specialty adhesive tapes, we provide contract converting services that help improve your profitability, streamline your supply chain, and reduce inventory cost. We offer the most complete range of converting capabilities in the industry, such as cloth tape, double-coated tape, specialty tape, paper tape, masking tape,
vinyl tape, carton sealing tape, adhesive transfer tape, duct tape, foam tape, electrical tape, filament tape, foil tape, reflective tape.
And the tape just keeps on rolling. Visit us online today at www.protapes.com or call us at 800-345-0234. Pro Tapes, it's just how we roll.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Entrepreneur Enclave, Life's Coming Attraction. I am your host, Kevin Wortham. Man, Lisa, I am so excited that you could join me today. Let's hear all about the great things that's going on in your life. First of all, I just want to say congratulations. You are a glam mom, not grandmother, but glam mom.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure.
Likewise.
To be in your presence, and just loving life, loving my granddaughter. And, you know, people told me about how engaging it would be and how much love there would be, you know, even greater than your children. I'm going, you know what? I love my kids so much. How could it be better or more engaging? Let me tell you something. This little precious face has me all wrapped up. So I'm loving every second.
That's wonderful.
Second.
That is a blessing.
Yes.
So I guess where I want to start, because I've been doing the podcast. I've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs, and I've noticed a lot of people of color since the pandemic, they've been starting businesses like crazy. So have you noticed that in your own business as the Inventress, people are coming to you and said, Lisa, I've got this fantastic idea. Can you help me? Have you noticed a trend or uptick in that?
You're talking about out the woodwork, out the metal, out the corners. People are coming from every direction. Yes.
Wow. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I mean, we had time to think. I think people had time to being not that they're going into work anymore or specifically going to an office space, that they had more time. That travel time. Think about the travel time.
Yes.
4 hours in a car, 2 hours going to work for some people, 2 hours coming back.
Yes.
And not being able to unwind. They're working their regular 8-hour day for a company at home or in their respective offices.
Yes.
And have that 8th or 9th hour at the end of the day to really start thinking about who they are, their thoughts, ideas, their creativity.
Yes.
And that's what happened. I mean, our minds are always busy, Kevin. I mean, you know how it is. As an entrepreneur, you're always on the go. You're always thinking about something else. And there's really not a lot of downtime, right, in your business. You're doing what you do.
Very true,
but
yes.
People who work for corporations were able to have that downtime because that is their job.
Yes.
Those 9 to 5, believe me, I admire that sometimes. I go, wow, what would it be like to have a 9 to 5 job?
Mm-hmm.
Would I just shut down and not think about anything else? But 9 to 5 folks, or whatever the hours are, were able, I think, to be more creative. They had time to think.
Okay.
Again, that drive time took up a lot of space.
Yes.
They were no longer driving at home, waking up when they needed to wake up.
Yes.
And were able to focus more in on their own needs and practicalities.
Yes.
Solutions.
Yes, I love it. So now that we've talked about that, let's talk about you. You are the great Inventress. What does that mean, and what do you do, Lisa?
Okay, so sure, Kevin. So my business is Inventing A to Z.
Yes.
Not the name as the Inventress because of my prolific inventions. I have many patents and trademarks, etc. But most importantly, and I've had many products on the market, and still do, still creating, still building for myself. But most importantly, I help other inventors and entrepreneurs
yes.
Live that inventing dream by helping them develop products from concept to fruition the right way, and everything in between. I say concept to fruition and everything in between, because there are in betweens. You know that.
Absolutely.
It's not about developing mental invention and magically having it get on a shelf or on QVC. Like people say, I have an invention or I have an idea. I want to get it on QVC. I go, well, is it done yet? Have we thought about what we're going to do in order to make that actually happen?
Yes.
So I help people to make that dream a reality, from that napkin idea to getting them all the way to QVC or Bed Bath and Beyond or Shark Tank,
yes,
or wherever they see themselves going, if they truly believe it, if they have the passion to do it.
Let's unpack all of that, Lisa. You said
Sure.
QVC. How did you develop that relationship with QVC?
Oh, by the grace of God, what a blessing. So many years ago,
yes,
I met a young lady, Cindy Russo, who we met. My children were modeling at the time, and we met at this place, and we start talking about products. And I had no idea where she was from and what she did, and she was in product development, and she worked with QVC.
Yes,
and I told her I had products. She says, "Oh my gosh, if you have products, I can help you get on QVC. We have to develop them, etc." So my first product was that I put on the market was a hair accessory, and this young lady said, "You know what? This is definitely a product I know QVC will take." So we got it manufactured, designed, packaged, and 25 years ago, I walked through those doors, and I never stopped leaving. I always said to them, the buyers, I said, "I'm leaving my shoe heel in the door because I'm coming back."
Wow, good for you.
Coming back by myself. I'm coming back with a whole lot of amazing inventors and entrepreneurs who deserve a seat at that table.
Wow. So typically, what does it look like? How do you start the process? So they've got the completed prototype package. How many do you have to bring to QVC for them to say we want to put you on the showcase?
So that's a good question. All right. So now I don't know how we can make this. This is such a long discussion. We'll make it. I'll truncate it as much as I can. Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, I make presentations to a buyer, right?
Yes.
Many buyers. Let's just say it's a coffee mug, a specialized coffee mug.
Yes.
They love the coffee mug. They say, okay, we talk about some price points and everything. And then they say, we'd like to have about, 1,000 to 2,500 units.
Yes.
Brought into our space. And so you really have to show that you have access to manufacturing that many units prior to even getting that approval. Because you don't want to say yes and then not be able to provide what they're asking for. So you have to have, and it's not always, the number's not always the same, Kevin. I have to reiterate this.
Okay.
It's not always, nothing is always, especially now.
Okay.
Years ago, you could have brought 1,000 units. They had a Sprouts program that you only had to have 200, 300 units.
Yes. And
now typically it's anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000, but always negotiated if possible.
Okay.
So you have to have inventory in order to get on the show.
Got you. Okay. Now you had mentioned
have to be tested. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
The products have to be tested. They have to be well packaged. You can't bring a prototype to QVC. It can't be a prototype. It can't be an idea. It's not like a Shark Tank thing. This is a finished. So the networks it's a retail space.
Yes.
So your product has to be completed.
And so if someone were to sign up with you, you can take them through that whole complete process.
Absolutely. In A to Z.
Okay.
From A to Z. So from concept to fruition. And as I say, the right way, because there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things, Kevin.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A whole lot.
Okay.
A whole lot. So yeah, go to my website, inventingatoz.com. That's inventingatoz.com. And email me, info@inventingatoz.com. And I would be happy to set up a consultation and walk you through the steps, not rush you through the steps, walk you through the steps, and help you with all of the details that are important.
Now, you talked about, while you were giving your email address, a question just popped in my mind, so I want to get that question before I get to the second question. How important is investing in yourself? And I mean that from the standpoint is, I know a lot of people are going to come to you with an idea, but they don't have access to capital. Where does the idea go from then if they don't have access to capital or they're not willing to invest in themselves?
Well, I would have to say, I take a look at how serious people are about their product.
Yes.
Okay. If you're serious about your product, meaning you have a passion, meaning it keeps you awake at night.
Yes.
You can't sleep because you're like, got to do this thing. And they don't have the funding.
Yes.
To get the process rolling. I would find different ways of accessing capital for these folks.
Okay.
Whether it's, getting a small business loan, and that you're in the business, Kevin.
Yes.
It doesn't take, you don't just go to the bank and say, I need a small business loan. You need to have your stuff together.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's a whole nother topic.
Yes.
I'm talking about credit, paying your bills. So because you have a business and you're not paying your personal credit debt, doesn't mean that you can get a business loan. You have to pay your personal debt in order to get a business loan.
Absolutely.
And that's, as I said, we can go into, that's a whole nother conversation.
Mm-hmm. No, I
but
guess.
So helping them with getting access to capital is easy.
Okay.
If they're willing to do it. You got to put the sweat equity in order to develop a product.
No, I guess what I mean, and that's a good answer. That's a beautiful answer. I guess I was talking about more of the beginning. Like someone comes to you, and and it may cost them $25 or $100 to go to a workshop that you are having, and they don't want to come to that. In my mind, I'm saying you're not ready to invest in yourself. You're not ready for the bigger picture that I need to expose you to see if you're even ready to go. That's what I'm talking about. Because a lot of times, I've tried to do adult entrepreneurial training, and these people would say, Mr. Kevin, I'm sitting on this $1 billion idea. I said, okay, great. I'm doing an 8-week, 9-week entrepreneurial program, a class once a week. It's only $300. Oh, I don't have the $300. Oh, but you've got $1 billion idea. There's right, and that's what I'm saying. They don't value. I mean, they'll stay up all night, trying to scam you out of how to get to the class, but they won't put like a serious effort of saying, can I make payment arrangements? Can I pay $150? Can I pay you $50? It's nothing. Like, I've got to go to this class for free. Like, no.
Yeah.
That's the part that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Listen, I mean, that's a whole nother 1 hour. Because I can tell you, I know the people who are completely ensconced. They're so dedicated.
Yes.
They're dedicated. They will come to every class before I breathe the fact that I'm going to have a class.
Yes.
Or do anything. They're on it. They're calling me up and asking me.
Yes.
When the next class is. What else can I do? Where can I go?
Yes.
And like you said, I mean, people have asked me if they could make payment arrangements.
Yes.
And these are the people I love. These are these are my ideal clients.
Absolutely.
And I have to tell you, they get more out of me than anybody.
Gotcha.
Because when you're showing passion and obviously the desire to do this, make it a success, I'm with them hook, line, and sinker.
Okay.
I go all the way.
Excellent. Now, my next question is, how did you make the connection with Shark Tank? Because, man, they are doing well on TV now.
That's pretty funny. So that was, I think God put you in the right places at the right, not that I think, I know.
Absolutely. Okay. Yes.
So I was doing a speaking engagement in, I want to say it was Texas.
Okay.
And for Black Enterprise.
Yes.
So Black Enterprise asked me to come out and speak. And one of the people from Shark Tank was there training folks to get ready for Shark Tank.
Yes.
So my publicist at the time, Chandra actually, said, Lisa, you got to connect. And I think it was Chan at the time, wanted me to meet this person.
Yes.
Brandon. and connected us. I was there helping him. We met, and he said, "Will you help me train these folks to get on Shark Tank?" And that's exactly what happened. So we made some amazing connections, and one thing led to another. I was there for season. I was in LA with the Sharks for 5 days.
Yes.
For the wrap of season 9, and was able to build some great relationships. Speak to Mark Cuban to this day, send emails, etc., and just amazing. It's amazing. Wow. It's timing. It's networking. It's being kind. I have to say, Kevin, number one, being kind to others.
Absolutely.
Will help build the best relationships of ever.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, that's how the whole Shark Tank connection happened. And even after that time in Texas, Brandon and I stay connected, and I continue to help and train people who wanted to get to Shark Tank. Yes. And I do it now, my own business, because everybody wants to get to Shark Tank. Everybody wants to get on QVC. I said, well, how can I help these people get to these places? Yes. They need to be prepared.
Yes.
Put all of your ducks in a row. Get your sell sheets together. Nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. Your sell sheets, your website, everything that you could possibly get tight to prepare yourself to look good, to make a presentation to, we're at the web, if it could be a trade show, QVC, Shark Tank. Just have all of your T's crossed and I's dotted.
Yes. Okay. Now, Lisa,
and I help do that. Yeah.
Now let's go back to the very, very beginning. How did Lisa become the inventress? How did you become the entrepreneur that you are today? Where and how did it all begin?
It's in me, Kevin. I have to tell you.
Okay.
I have been an entrepreneur since I was a kid. I didn't know it until I was an adult, but I started thinking back.
Yeah.
Like I think back, I go, well, when did this all start? I was born in London, raised in Brooklyn by West Indian parents. Yes. That probably had a lot to do with it. West Indians have 100 jobs all the time. 100 jobs.
Yeah, 100 jobs, man.
All the time.
Yes.
So, I always felt the desire to do a multitude of things and make money.
Okay.
So I would mow lawns when I was, 12 years old.
What?
And if you know Brooklyn, the lawns were very small.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll mow your lawn for $10.
Yes.
I was doing those things. And not because my parents told me to go out and get a job at 10 years old or 12 years old.
Yes.
But I wanted to. I loved saving money.
Gotcha.
I loved making money. Gotcha. I loved being able to buy things that I wanted.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, so I wanted an album. Actually, at the time, it was what's a little one, a 45?
45, yes.
45.
Yes.
I wanted a 45 with a little disc in between. Now, the disc was 10 cents.
Yes.
The 45, I think, was 75 cents.
Yes.
And I needed to save money in order to get that record. And it was Shy Lights, by the way.
Okay.
Saved my money from doing all of my little side hustles and went and got. I remember how good it felt to go buy that record with my own money.
Yes.
So the entrepreneur has lived in me since I was a little girl.
Wow.
I think you are or you aren't. I really do. I don't stop.
Understood.
I build businesses for other people, Kevin. But when I look at somebody, I go, you need to have a business. They're like, I'm just making bows. Make the bow business.
Yes.
Make the bows that you're making into a business.
Yes. No, but
you know what I mean.
No, absolutely. I understand. But what I'm saying to you is where do you say, okay, I've cut the grass, I've got the album that I want. When does it go to the next level where it says, I'm ready for big time now. I'm ready to, I'm ready for the big time. When did that happen for you?
Okay, so as an adult, creating and designing products that I was actually selling.
Yes.
And making money selling those products.
Got you.
I said, okay, this is definitely a business. People are buying products that I'm designing.
Yes.
This is the turn. This is the turning point. This is what I like to do. And when you're when you're loving something and you're making money, it's not even a job.
It's not even a job.
It's not a job.
Yes.
But so yeah, it happened when I started developing products that people actually liked.
Okay.
And I said, this is a business. I'm starting a business, inventing, developing, and helping other people to do the same thing because I became successful at doing my passion.
Yeah. Now here's a different question, Lisa. When did you take a personal assessment as to your skill set? And when did you say, I've got the right skills to be in this right business? When did you do that, like a self-assessment?
Oh my gosh, that is such a crazy and good question. So to this day,
okay,
I don't know if I should say this out loud, but I mean, I think that when you are, and I speak for myself, even today, I take a look at myself and I say, wow, am I actually really doing this? Now, this is 38 years.
Yes.
And you know how you say you fake it till you make it?
Absolutely.
Sometimes I feel, am I in this? Am I doing it? I guess I am doing it.
Gotcha.
I'm actually. So the self-assessment, I think, came when Dionne Warwick, and yes, I said Dionne Warwick.
Yep.
Dionne Warwick introduced me to a very, very good friend of hers who was the superintendent of schools in East Orange.
Yes.
And she said, Dionne Warwick said to me, you need to be teaching classes about inventing and entrepreneurship to young folks who look like us.
Yes.
And I said, wow, you know what? She's right. And at that moment, which was probably, I don't know, 25 or more years ago,
yes,
I said, you know what? I got something. If Dionne Warwick is telling me I need to do this,
yes,
I need to do this. And you're so the question you're asking is the self-assessment.
Yes,
was really then
at that time. Yes,
it really was. It really was. And I said, okay, I can do this. I'm doing it now. I could do it for a living.
Yes. Wow.
And I don't think I've ever said this before, but like that, not like that.
Yeah. No, thank you.
The whole self-assessment thing.
Because I know you have your own podcast, and quite often because of the friendship you share with Dionne Warwick, she's also your guest a lot of times. So that's cool.
She's my guest. She's my mentor.
Yes.
Doing some business with her now for many years, but just I can't. Mum's the word on something, but yeah.
Yeah. No.
An amazing woman with strength and passion. You talk about determination.
Yeah.
Determination to succeed. What?
I mean, they needed it at that time more so then than now, right?
Oh,
I mean, you had to have real skill set. There was no fake it till you make it like now.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be real, So you know that, right? Man.
Oh yeah, and I think when I say fake it till you make it, I think even back then, I'm not going to say Dionne specifically, but people back then, even now, like I think they still, in their own minds, when I say fake it till you make it, I think it's in your own head. Like, am I really here?
Got you.
Am I, you know what I mean? It's when I say fake it till you make it, like walk through the things that you are fearful of because you can. You can do it. So fake it in your own mind until you make it.
And I was looking at it a little different. I was just thinking about who she was. She's a great singer. You can't fake that singing part, right?
Oh no.
But today's young folks can do that because they can go in a studio and pay $50 and sound like somebody they've never heard of, and then when they have to go to do something, a live performance, like you sound like crap. That's what I mean. It's harder. It's harder back then. You had to have, real talent had to be discovered, and you had to walk through the door with real talent. You may not have it at the highest level. But
real talent.
But there had to be a high degree of talent that someone can say, you know what, you got something here. But nowadays, folks say, if you can make it to the studio at 10 o'clock, we're going to make you a star by 5 o'clock. We're going to make you a star by 5 o'clock.
Right.
We throw two videos up on YouTube and TikTok. Man, you've got no skill set. You've got over 100 million views by 5 o'clock. You're a superstar. You're faking it all the way.
You know what's sad about that? And Dionne Warwick and myself talked about this. I went to go see. She had a residency in Las Vegas.
Yes.
I want to say, the time is crazy. I want to say last year, but it was probably the year before.
Okay.
I went to go see her, and went to go stay with her. We had a conversation. We did Motivational Monday together, which was such an amazing thing. After all these years, I'm still so amazed at her
Yes.
genuineness and her personality. Anyway, she said to me, I said to her, I said, Dion, she was doing show that night in Vegas. I said, do you rehearse? She said, I've never rehearsed a day in my life. I go, really? I said, do you sing around the house?
Uh-huh.
She said, never.
Wow.
No. She says, I don't sing to prepare. That's talent.
Yes. Yes.
That's no faking it till you make it. I mean, she knew she was a star from the day she opened her mouth. I mean,
Yes.
confidence,
Yes.
authenticity. She knew.
Yeah, and again, that's why we are where we are. I mean, those are real women that have real talent, and that's why their voices and their talent and their image stands the test of time, right?
Yes, it does. Yep.
You know, oh man, I mean, she was.
It's having confidence, Kevin. It's having confidence in what you do and knowing that you own your greatness.
Absolutely,
own your greatness.
Yes, yes. Now, you had mentioned Bed Bath and Beyond. How did you make that connection?
By so it's always me pitching for others.
Okay.
So I network and I run into people when I'm doing something for somebody else.
Yes.
So I was pitching a product for someone else when I went to Bed Bath and Beyond. And then I said, let me just show them, one of my products. I showed them one of my products. They were like, oh my gosh, I want to license this product.
Wow.
So that was our beginning. That was our relationship.
Wow.
And that became dance. So what I want to say to your listeners out there is always speak, network, talk to people. Never be afraid to have conversations with others because you don't know where those conversations are going to lead to. Whatever you feel, go with your emotions. Go with it. If you say, you know what, I feel like I need to say this. I feel like I need to say this to this buyer. Say it.
Yes.
Say it. Don't be afraid. We got one life to live.
But Lisa, over the years, though, you have amassed great credibility, so you can do that, right? But the average person who has not had the credibility, right, and the integrity, they can't do that, right? They can't do that.
Can they do it? They have to know that they can.
Okay.
Okay. So I can walk through doors, yes, because of the relationships I've built through the years.
And this is why you're able to take someone and their product or their idea and take them because you've already knocked down the doors or opened up the doors, so you've got credibility. And so anyone who's coming behind you, the perception is, right, if Lisa is bringing this person in, there is a great deal of integrity and credibility, so let's give them an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think the average person can do that, though, Lisa.
No, you know what? You have to. First of all, it takes a skill set. It takes that relationship building, Kevin.
Yes.
This is years and years and years of relationship building. And I want to say that many people come to me and just say to me, "Oh, you know somebody at QVC? Can you just give me that contact?" I'm like, "What? What?"
Yeah.
First of all, if I did that, the relationships that I have developed over the years with those buyers would say,
yes,
why are you having this person reach out to me?
Yes.
Just like when you have, let's use patent attorneys, for example. Whenever I have a client who needs a patent, I make an introduction to that patent attorney.
Yes.
Prior to that person just going ahead and meeting the patent attorney.
Yes. Prior
to building a relationship with a buyer, with any new client, I make that introduction.
Yes.
Oh, I will never just, I hate to use the word throw, but I will never just push a person on a buyer or in any relationship. Even a friendship. You asked me so many times. You say, Lisa, I met this person, really cool person. I think that they would be great for QVC or great to have in one of your classes or speak on your platform. Do you mind if I make the introduction? Can I share your information?
Yes.
And that's how business goes. And a lot of people don't know that, Kevin.
And you know what though? I think I've lost some friendships behind that because they think that because you're close to them and you know so and so that they need to get to, they are going to immediately open your Rolodex to them.
No.
You know?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
and I'm like, yo, I work very hard to establish this relationship. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go ahead and make the contact, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they, let's say down the road you do feel comfortable to make the contact, you go ahead and make the contact, and guess what? The person does a deal, and guess what? They don't know you anymore. You don't get a thank you card, you don't get a bottle of wine, and I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
we just don't know how to network, and we just don't know how business is done. So
And that has to be taught.
yes,
Maybe that's a class you and I need to have together.
yes.
But besides all of that, I have to tell you, one of the reasons I don't do direct, like here's my buyer contact, or here's my manufacturer's contact, because they look to me to hold a level of decorum and behavior. Okay,
yes.
and I'll explain that.
Yes.
So in working with my manufacturers, for example, I don't waste their time.
Yes.
I get to the point. I give them exactly what they need when they need it for my clients.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the in-between for my clients.
Yes.
There's some clients, as much as I love them, I would say, I'm never going to allow you to talk to my manufacturer, because he'd say, why would you possibly send me this person who's going to keep me on the phone or on WhatsApp or WeChat for an hour and a half?
Yes.
Going over things that you should have organized for them.
Yes.
I don't have time for this.
Mm-hmm.
Same goes to buyer.
Yes.
When I send I would never send a client to a buyer. I just don't do that.
Gotcha. And I've got to get better with that. I have not made that mistake, but I've got to get stronger in that regard. But yes, I understand.
Yeah. You just don't do that.
Yes.
Like I would never, ever, ever, ever send a client. Here's a buyer. Here's my buyer's name.
Yes.
They say, what are you, nuts? So this person goes and not being groomed with what it takes to have that communication or that conversation with a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
They got 3 seconds, not even 3 minutes.
Yes.
Bullet point. What are your topics of conversation?
Yes.
Let's get it done. We're not talking about, hey, how you doing? Happy Friday. It's a good day. How your kids? How your grandkids? That's not what a buyer is there for. They're there to make money, get to the point. What is it?
Yes.
Let's talk about the 3 points that we're talking about. What is the product? How does it work? What does it do? And why should I buy it? Done.
Yes.
Get it out.
Now, keeping in that
Do I
same.
have to talk about
I'm sorry, Lisa. Go ahead.
I said there's no weather conversation when it's coming to when you're going into business. Same goes Shark Tank.
Yes.
When you're going on Shark Tank, they're not asking about how your kids are doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Get to the point. And a lot of people don't understand that. I guess that business etiquette.
Yes.
It's business etiquette. I'm not saying people don't have manners, but it's business etiquette.
Yes.
When you're going in to speak with a buyer, it's not about that. It's not. Don't try to make small talk and conversation because they want to hear about what the product is.
Absolutely.
Time is money. Time is money. So, yeah.
Now, my next question is: so, when someone is coming to you, do you expect them to have the business plan together? I mean, at what point do you expect them to put together the business plan for you?
So, I mean, most people do not have a business plan when they come to me because they're coming with an invention or an idea.
Okay, got you.
I'm not going to say most, many.
Okay.
So you can't have a business plan unless you know what the product is.
Okay.
And you know how the rest of this rolls out.
Absolutely, yeah.
And who it's going to sell to.
Okay.
When they're ready to roll out whatever, even if it's a mental invention and it stays on paper and it's never built, I would say, yes, come up with a plan or a model.
Yes.
As to where you see this rolling out future, because this isn't a product that's just for today and tomorrow.
Yes.
If you want, future. But I would always direct them. In fact, I've directed many people to you.
Oh, yeah.
Get your business plan together.
Yeah.
Talk about, come back after you. Here's the product. This is how we see it together. But speak with Kevin and find out.
Yeah.
Talk to him about the business plan and that model.
Yeah. All right. Now, but
I love this conversation.
well, I mean, Lisa, we're on the platform. We're talking about the Entrepreneur Enclave. And so I want to give entrepreneurs such as yourself just a platform just to talk about in an unabridged manner, how do you do what you do? Because we want to celebrate you, right? And I guess that was also one of the reasons why I started the podcast, because I was getting tired of these 15-second, 1 minute, things that people thought they were superstars. No, you really need to spend time knowing a person before you can do something. And so that's the challenge that we have now, because, every now and then when I do some mindless, Facebook or TikTok, right, you'll see where a guy is, he's trying, I don't know, there's a pest on the side of a tree, right? And he takes a bat and he tries to hit the pest. And he's got like over 100 million likes for something that just took 15 seconds, right? And here you are, and here I am. We're trying to do life-changing stories, life-changing podcasts, and you might get 150 likes, and you're like, "What is wrong with this picture?" And so that just tells you that we are in this period of time where people are looking for instant. And I don't even think it's instant. I think it's a word quicker than instant, like micro now.
Let's we got to find a word for that and trademark it.
Yeah, they are looking for that level of gratification, like now, like nano now, right? Like wow,
beyond instant gratification. Yeah.
And this is why we have so many of our young folks that are feeling depressed, because if I put something on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram and I don't have over 1,000 views or 20,000 views, then I'm not a real person, and they get depressed. And we've got to stop that, right? But that's our challenge. I mean, we're putting out good material, great material, and you might get 150 people, and then you'll get a joker who falls down the steps, and they'll get over 200 million likes. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh my God!
So I just say, stand. We're going to stand the test of time. We're going to persevere.
Of course we do. Listen, what we have is value. We have very, very valuable information that will always be valuable, Kevin.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm always going to do this. And you know what? I think we're going to go back to. I'm praying. I'm hoping and praying that the younger people go back to. Well, not go back to. They've never been there. Conversations. Like these conversations we're having. I have to tell you really quickly. I had a person I hired come work in my office, and I had her do some point of purchase sales, etc.
Yes.
And I said, okay, and please, here's your list of folks to call today.
Yes.
Call Walgreens, call CVS. She said, "What do you mean call?" I said, "Yeah, here's the person's name. This is CVS. She knows the product is coming in. You just have to give her a call and let her know that, we're going to send over some samples."
Yes.
She said, "Pick up the phone and call her on the phone and talk to the person."
Wow.
Talk to her. I said, "Yes. You have to talk to the person on the phone.
Yeah.
Engage.
Yes.
Have conversation."
Yes.
It's almost, it's a lost art. But
absolutely.
I'm praying that it comes back, Kevin. Because there's nothing like, for me. Yes. There's nothing like having a conversation on the phone.
Yes.
With my buyers, engaging with people who work for me and with me. There's nothing better.
Yes, I love it.
And I'm so afraid it's going to be lost. I'm so afraid. I mean, my children do it. My kids do it. Yes. They do.
Well, I mean, you're mom, so they had better be engaging with you.
Well, with me, I mean, they actually, yes, they better be, of course. But they do still. My youngest daughter is 27. She engages. You know, Gianna. She engages. She's on the phone. Does it for a living.
Yes.
My daughter Brittany, she talks. She talks on stage.
Yes.
So she's engaging. I just hope that the younger generation understands how important it is to have that engagement, to have that connection, that human engagement, that conversation.
Yes.
Not just texting. So when I'm saying this, I mean not just texting, and not just the quickness of TikTok, and not just the quickness of all of the things that I think are, not that they're not awesome. It's wonderful.
But
it's important.
in its appropriate time and usage, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like have a conversation. Put the phone down at dinner.
Absolutely.
Put it down.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk. Let's talk about what you did.
Mm-hmm.
What was the beginning of your day?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Yes.
All that's important.
Now, speaking of your day, I know that you've got a big day coming up soon with your entrepreneurial group. So let's talk about your entrepreneurial group too.
So we have an in-person event coming up. Yes. I am elated. So we have our AOWIE, which is the Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs Conference. Yes. We had every year in-person events, and just before COVID, I think was it 2019. Yes. I forget even years and dates and dates. Do you do that?
I do that.
Anyway.
And so sometimes it's not even based on the COVID. It's just I'm getting old.
Well, I'm not going to admit to that.
Okay.
So I'm blaming COVID. It just feels better and sounds better. So 2019, we're supposed to have an in-person event. So we have not had an in-person event since 2018.
Okay.
And so this is coming up. Our in-person event is coming up Saturday, June 25th. It's going to be at the Jumping Brook in it's Wall Township, considered Wall Township, New Jersey. And it's going to be from 12 to, I believe, 5 or 6. But our events never end. They just never end. Okay. It goes on and on because nobody wants to leave. So we'll have great speakers, entertainment, dancing, food, and I mean real food.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That'll bring folks there. Real food. And just the ability to network and engage and talk.
Yes.
Talk, one-on-one, face-to-face. I will have many of my inventors. I'm very proud to say this. During COVID, I'm going to say maybe 10 clients who not only developed products, but had them shipped. So not only did we take a product from concept to fruition, we got it manufactured on the water and delivered to port.
Wow.
Now, if you know about what's going on with shipping, everybody knows this, supply and demand, supply chain being backed up, etc.
Yes.
By the grace of God, we've had so many products come through even during the pandemic. So there is hope. Yeah. So I will have my inventors on stage. They'll have vendor tables.
Yes.
Selling the products that they invented during or pre-COVID.
Yes.
And it's going to be amazing. I'm very, very proud.
Awesome.
Very proud.
Because I went, I guess, to 2-year conferences. They're called conferences, aren't they? I've gone to 2 conferences, and so to the listening audience, this is where you need to be if you can be there. So I know, Lisa, you're gonna tag me or send me some information, and we're certainly going to get it out to the listening audience. But one more time, tell them that date.
So it's Saturday, June 25th.
Yes.
It is going to be at the Jumping Brook Country Club in Wall, New Jersey. It's on my website. If you go to my site, it's AOWIE.com. You can register to purchase tickets. You can become a vendor. You could be a part of a 2-minute elevator pitch.
Yes.
You can win my services free for life.
For life? What?
For life.
Man, that's got to be an awesome pitch, Lisa.
If you win the 2-minute elevator pitch, and I'm not the judge.
Yes.
If you win that 2-minute elevator pitch, you have my services for free for life.
Wow.
Okay? Listen, as I said, everyone deserves a seat at that table.
Absolutely.
You know my mission statement, right? Lifting each other up 2 hands at a time.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes use a foot.
Yep.
And always bridging that gap between ambition and success, because there are people who are out there who you may see as successful. But why can't you be there too?
Yes.
We bridge that gap. We all belong at that same amazing table. There's room on the top for everyone.
Now, speaking about room at the top for everyone, women entrepreneurs, have you seen, like in your lifetime, have you seen the increase of women starting businesses?
I want to cry. I have the most amazing women inventors in my circle, our AOE members in my circle, who have excelled so exponentially over I've seen them grow. I love to stand back and watch people grow. That's the thing that I like to do. I like to stand back, see people come in with a little bit of confidence and gain confidence and just grow and grow and grow from a seedling to a beautiful flower. So yes, I've seen so much happen, and I as I tell you, I'm very well, as you know. No, I'm not passionate, people, not at all. Well, you see my.
Yes, she is. You hear it in her voice already.
I love. First of all, I love to compliment, to tell people how amazing they are, to tell people I love them when I love them, which is important, and to just help people with the confidence they need, to grow. Because I have to tell you, sometimes without a pat on the back, you don't necessarily know. Everybody needs to be shown. I don't care who you are. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs that vote of confidence from someone who actually cares and loves them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes. All right,
that's why Motivational Mondays do so well, Kevin. Every Monday, by the way, folks, I have a free Zoom call.
Yes.
It's called Motivational Monday. You can go to my website and check that out. That's inventing.com. Click on Motivational Monday. It's free for everyone. It's musically inspired. Every Monday morning, you get on at about 10 o'clock. We get off at about 10:20. You come into music. We talk. We share our businesses. We motivate one another. I start with a prayer, leave with music, start with music, leave with music. And you're excited for the rest of your week. And that's every single Monday morning.
Wow.
And my goal is to see people succeed, be inspired. We got one life, Kevin, and 5 minutes of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Lisa, I want to ask this question. What has been your greatest business accomplishment? What has been your greatest business accomplishment?
Wow, this. I'm telling you that the fact that I'm here talking about Dionne Warwick, I mean, my family first, my family, my children, who have inspired me and motivated me to stay in this space that I feel that I'm really good at. And this is not braggadocious, folks. When you believe in yourself, you can say it with confidence. Yes, I love what I do and really, really good at what I do. So to have my business and be able to provide help to others is my greatest accomplishment. That's easy, hands down. Okay. It's not a product. It's not anything else. It's not the money. And money comes, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's the ability to engage people and help them to understand that they have value, they have worth, they're more than enough, and they count.
Yes.
So it's this.
Yes. Now, where are you 3 years from now? We're looking at a crystal ball. Where are you in terms of the inventing business?
Kevin, wait. No, you did not. First of all, you don't want that because your head would explode. No, we can.
I've got a great idea, and I was just thinking, so tell us, and I'll share with you what I was thinking.
Okay, so no, I mean, I will continue to do what I do, and there's some things that I have in the pot that I actually can't. I'll share on your next podcast.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because there's something that's giant that your head would explode if I told you.
Wow.
No, seriously.
Yes.
And I mean it. And you'll see it within the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Or certainly at my conference.
Okay.
You'll see that thing. And just to keep on excelling and keep on growing and keep on learning.
Yes.
Keep on learning and going with what is supposed to be.
Okay.
I'm not the trendiest. It's not about trends. It's about, where people see themselves and helping them grow.
Yes. Yes. Now here's the idea I have for you.
Okay. Be careful now.
Okay.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, it's
there are folks listening.
I know. Well, you and I are friends, so I don't even worry about that. A reality
Yeah,
show
but
for
other
you.
people are listening. We
Yeah.
can't be giving away secrets.
No, but they can't do you, Lisa. So we're not even worried about that part, right?
Oh no, I thought you were telling me the product that you have in mind.
No,
Okay.
no. This is for you.
Okay.
This is for you. A reality show with you, taking people from A to Z, doing the inventing through the Inventress concept. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, listen, I think it will be fine, right? You've got access to
Kevin,
the
it's
people.
done.
All right, that's what I want to
You're
hear.
giving my secrets away. You're giving away my secrets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
It's done. That's hilarious.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Get out of here. Oh man. Oh, I'm so excited for you now. Oh my God. Wait. Wait, hold up.
We gotta keep that.
Okay,
So
okay.
you are looking at a crystal ball, because you just said if we had the crystal. I'm like, does he have a crystal ball?
Yeah. Oh my God. No. Are you seriously? This is fantastic.
You're asking me where I see myself in 5 years. What's going to be happening in 5 years? No, that's happening in 5 years or less.
Wow. No, I think you would be just absolutely amazing for that part, right? And then now people can physically see you take them through the process, and I can just see some of the comic outtakes. So sometimes I watch my mother and we watch American Idol, right? So they'll have one segment where you get all the superstars who've done well, and they go through the process of getting the golden ticket, and I guess going to Hollywood, right? And then they have another outtake. You get this guy who can't sing worth a lick, and it's like comic relief. So I can see both of those versions with you on your show.
Yeah.
Because some people, when they think they just a superstar and they have no idea as to the crap they're trying to produce. Like, okay, this is not going to work. This is going to be a good outtake though, but this is not going to work.
Yes. My God.
Yes, I think that would be fantastic. Right. Now listen. What would be some of the best advice you would give to someone looking to be in your space, not in your space doing what you do, but coming to you and taking a product from fruition to reality? What would be like 2 points of best advice that you would give that person?
Okay. So I would say, and this is going to sound so Inventor 101, but it has to be. I'd like to fundamental. I want to really give them the basics and the fundamentals of number one. If you have a product or an idea, please name it.
Okay.
Please name it and claim it.
Yes.
Because that's how you start. If you want to start there. And it sounds again fundamental, but you really have to, because you want to. If this is what you really want to do, it's going to come out of your course.
Yes.
But I would say start there, name the product.
Yes.
And the other thing is, draw it out, write a story about it.
Yes.
Write your passion behind it, because everyone loves a story about a product.
Yes.
And then just do it. When you ask me two things, I say, I'll give you a third. The third is email me.
Got you.
Email me so I can help you and give you some direction. And I really mean it. This is about helping you, giving you direction, and helping you start. Because most people don't know how to start, what to do, where to go, who to trust.
Yes. Email
me, info@inventingatoz.com. I'll even share my phone number.
Go ahead, Lisa.
732-647-5433.
Wow.
Call me. I will give you some nuggets.
Yes.
Of how to get started. You don't have to jump into everything, all at once.
Yes.
I give everybody an a la carte moment.
Okay.
These are bits and pieces that you need in order to get started. And I have to say, again, not braggadocious, but this is through years and years of experience. I know I'm the best at what I do in my industry.
Awesome. That's what
I'm a woman.
Yes.
And women are powerful.
Yes.
Mom, think about your mom.
Absolutely.
Powerful.
Yes.
Amazing. Confident in what I do.
Yes.
And understand, people, there's a difference between showing off and being, cocky or whatever you want to call it. This is confidence. Confidence that I can help you to succeed.
Yes.
So
awesome.
yeah, my website, inventingatoz.com. And let's do it. Let's do it. And thank you, Kevin, for having me on your amazing show.
No. I've got one more question, then we're going to let you give a few more pointers, and we'll let you go. What continues to be your greatest obstacle or greatest regret? Regret.
I'm going to sound like Frank Sinatra. Regrets, I have a few. No, so you know what? I try to have little regrets because I try to learn from anything that happened in my past.
Yes.
I try to learn from that I didn't like, that made me feel uncomfortable, because I don't like having regrets.
Yeah, okay.
Regret is not speaking to somebody that you should have spoken to.
Yes.
Or with. I'm going to share something very private. Okay, here we go. So one of the things, and this is tiny. This is not like a major thing in my life, folks.
Yes.
So I have to say, just when you feel something, go for it. I was at QVC. It has to be, I don't know how long. Oh my gosh, she's passed. But I was with one of the biggest celebrities on the planet, comedian.
Yes.
And I was running in and out of QVC. I'd just gotten off of a set, off of a show.
Yes.
And I saw her, and she said, "Can you walk with me back to the green room?"
Yes.
And I said, yeah. I said, and I said yes, but I didn't. Well, no. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
She said, "Can you stay with me in the green room?" I had an appointment to go to. So I couldn't stay with her.
Okay.
But my regret is that I didn't stay with her.
Wow.
I had another appointment, but I think that her being with her would have been more important than where I was going.
Yes.
Do you want me to tell you who that person was?
Absolutely. I was going to ask that next.
Joan Rivers.
Wow.
Joan Rivers,
Lisa, she would have changed your life.
And she did change my life. I did get to spend time with her and talk with her, but that, I feel like that, I don't know. Emotionally, I would have loved to have a deeper conversation with her.
Yes.
And I could have seen her more, but she's gone.
Yes.
So she's gone. I'm at the place where she was all the time.
Yes.
Where I am, QVC.
Wow.
And that's a regret that I have. I mean, I have many regrets, believe me. This is the only one. Business-wise.
Yeah.
Business-wise, I'll share this with you. Okay. So, yeah, that was one of the regrets, I have to say. Okay. I wish I had spent more time with Joan Rivers.
Okay.
In the business world, guys.
Yes.
This is not personal.
Yeah. I got you. Now, okay.
And what was the other question?
No. That was it. That was it. Now we want to have you. We want to have you now. Give us the date to the conference again and your contact information, and then anything else you want to say to wrap us up.
So the conference date again is Saturday, June 25th.
Yes.
At the Jumping Brook, Neptune. Well, it's Wall Township, New Jersey.
Yes. Please
come register, become a part of the 2-minute elevator pitch, be a vendor, buy a ticket, have fun, come dance, come sing, be a part of a life-changing event. And you'll get to meet me. I'm the keynote speaker.
Absolutely. Now give them your contact information one more time, Lisa.
Sure. My contact is Lisa at inventingatoz.com or info at inventingatoz.com. My website, inventingatoz.com.
Excellent. Lisa, I know how busy you are, but so I am so grateful and so appreciative that you gave time to me and to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Kevin.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to be back.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you soon.
So let's talk and text later on. Have a great day, Lisa. Thank you.
We'll do that.
All
you
right.
do the same. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That concludes another episode of The Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you the entrepreneur. We hope you found this episode informative and enlightening. If you have any questions or comments about any of our episodes, please call 609-731-9311 or email kevin@minding-our-business.com. We look forward to joining us for our next one. Until next time.